I should be live. Am I live? Oh, this can't be good. God damn it. Okay, I'm sorry. I just need YouTube to cooperate with me for 2 seconds. Live streaming. Events. Okay, I am streaming, just on the wrong URL. Okay. Settings. Okay. Can anyone who's watching say something in the chat? Boom. I've sent something in the chat. Is anyone there? Come on. Stream delay. Oh! Inactivity. Hello. Awesome. Okay. I am... Sorry, there is like a 30-second stream delay, in case you weren't aware. This is Xenoblade Chronicles X, and I can show up to 3 hours in a live stream. I'm going to do... This save file is 28 hours. It's unlocked, available, but I'm not going to show the 5th one for spoiler reasons. I've got just about the whole battle system unlocked. I've got most of the systems unlocked. I'm level 26 out of 60. Still a lot to go, but I figured this was a good place to jump in. So if anyone wants to see anything, otherwise, right now I'm kind of just inclined to show off the world because it's unbelievable. I'm thinking my upload speeds might be a little slow. Is the stream quality doing okay for everyone? I am in the chat, so please, if you have any questions or anything, I can see him there. Just fine. Okie dokes. Thank you, Sam. Shit. Serpus, I don't want to fight you right now. Run! Great, we're starting off with running away. This is a great start. That should be far enough away. Oh. Who the hell is attacking? Okay. So that off in the distance is NLA, which is New Los Angeles, the city that humanity, the remnants of humanity, form on this planet Mira after the asteroid. Earth was just in a larger war to far stronger and that's sort of the setup. Using a custom created character, the armor. I'm just using whatever's strongest. I don't need to see her breasts specifically, but the Gyra's your party members are girls, rocking an all-women squad. Can have a fourth and a bunch of character like that you can join up with you. Go find them in NLA and say, shit. Don't say shit. And say, or you can get, okay. And my internet, my upload speeds are a bit low. I'll see what I can do about that. But you can recruit other players. You can see Telmo just left. That just means that he was playing. Right now it's a little barren because only Press and Nintendo have it. But to find and rent them. Hey, come join me for 2 years, depending on paying. So if you get stuck in a boss, there's a level 60 character right now that I've recruited once, made to look like Samus Aran. Very good at taking care of strong boss type fighters. Right. I could be dealing with these guys just fine if I got into my... There, I died. I'm trying not to go because in the interest of disclosure, you don't know this until about 20-ish to 50-ish hours into the game, depending on your playstyle. There's my Skell. I'm not going to board it right now. So I just want to sort of show off the game without the Skell, because... Oh. Yeah, that's probably my upload speed. I don't know what I can... I can close out all my other tabs first of all. Close out Steam, close out Skype. Close out iTunes. And it should... The internet speed should pick up momentarily. But I don't want to show off too much of the Skell in the beginning of the stream, because the first long while you get on with this game is going to be on foot, with everything coming to get you way stronger than you. I'm right here. I'm just going to be finishing the request. I'm going to skip the dialogue. I actually lined up a ton of quests that almost all of them are what are called bounty hunts, where it's saying, hey, hunt 6 of these in Oblivia, which is like the desert continent. Slay Melania the Sound Sleeper, which is a very powerful like super boss. hunt 8 echo germivores, etc. So, just a bunch of quests that can show off a bunch of different things, and then I'll get into the Skell, and I'll show you how much the game opens up when you actually get your Skell. So I'm just going to quickly go in here. I've actually played through this quest in the Japanese version, so I know how this ends. I'll taste some of the chocolate. Lynn likes that decision. Oh, right, that's not the end. Head to Castaway Cavern and Primordia. No thanks. Actually, it's probably not too long of a... Oh, yeah, that's a long way away. Even by fast travel. So instead, let's go take out some Methites in Oblivia, which will give you a look at a different continent. Right now I'm on Primordia, which is the first main continent, and you're going to be on Primordia for the first couple hours. But then you get access to Noctilum, which is the second, and Oblivia, which is the third. And then Sylvium and Caldros is the fifth final. And in case you heard, this game is bigger than Fallout and Skyrim in terms of landmass and verticality. This is an incredibly huge world with such an, I say oppressive in a good way, an oppressive sense of scale of just how much there is to get to. And I hope I'm not sounding too much like Nintendo's pitch machine, but this game just blows me away. I can't give review type opinions, but based on the Japanese version, it's a Game of the Year contender for sure, and I feel like if it wasn't on Wii U, it'd be a Game of the Year contender across the board. Unfortunately, not a lot of people are going to give it much thought because it's only on Wii U, which is a shame, but, I mean, what can you do? What I just sent out is an ability that you get, again, a couple hours into the game, which is basically a follow me waypoint, or you can just follow it. It's not always perfect. Usually the game just points you to a range, and so it'll get you to the range, but it won't get you there specifically. But it's good when the game has some convoluted geometry platforming puzzle it wants you to solve to get to your destination. Again, I'm seeing the YouTube chat. I'm 30 seconds ahead of you all, but I can show off. Can't show off story or main story. But I can show off just about anything you guys want to see. So if you heard anything, you really want to see some Skell stuff, I can go do that. You want to see me get my ass kicked by these level 43 enemies on a scale of up to 60, I can oblige. I'm just gonna die in one hit if I fight them. So I'm trying to get to an enemy that I think I can fight. Here, I'll take out the Alba Feminisuid. Level 23, I can take level 23. So if you played Xenoblade Chronicles, get my ass kicked. If you've played Xenoblade Chronicles, you generally understand the gist of the arts mechanics, except every character has two weapons, a ranged and a close combat, and you switch between them with the X button. So I can get range here with a slower recharge and do 113, or I can get up close with my blade, do 247, use a blade art, 307, giant beam, and I think the biggest difference between this game and Xenoblade Chronicles' battle system. outside of Overdrive, which I'll get to later, and the Skells, is there are no explicit healing abilities. And if there are, they only apply to you. You can't heal your partners. The way that you go about healing is, I don't know if you're listening, but like, come in and seal the deal, stuff like that. Your allies are shouting out what they want you to do. And if you're listening or you see the little text bubble on the screen, I topple them close in, and you acquiesce to the request, as it were, the game will pause for a couple frames to let you know you did it right, and you will, oh, Lynn got a class. Lynn went up in her class. And everyone will get a little bit of HP back. And so if you keep doing that through the battle, you keep supporting what's called Soul Voice, and you can issue your own commands, and that's how you can control your partners. That's, yeah, generally how... Here we go. So generally how the battle system works, in case you didn't play Xenoblade Chronicles or Xenoblade Chronicles, this kind of stuff, the waiting, then firing, minimal interaction, I'm moving around. There we go, see? We all got a little bit of health back, and that little QTE is also a way to get health back. But I'm choosing where I am, but these attacks are just completely automatic and at set intervals, and different weapons in different gear can decrease the refresh rate or the recharge rate on individual attacks. Poor Mephite. Time to kill 5 more. In case you're wondering, some of the NPCs in this game do occasionally ask, should we really be destroying every alien life form on this planet that we crash landed on? Doesn't that make us assholes and monsters? And then it's just kind of never addressed again. In the beginning, you're told that they don't really strike first, and if they do, it's because there's as to use a political term, a clear and present danger. But you can totally go out and kill an herbivore rat who's just minding his own business and is never going to attack you. And you can just move up and completely slaughter it if you need the experience. It's a little weird, but I sort of let it go. Ear hair? Ew. You can see above, the green exclamation point means that I need it for this quest, but the red eyeball means that if it catches me close enough to it, it'll feel threatened and it'll attack me. The lightning bolt there is, if... The lightning bolt means it'll attack if it perceives me as a threat. So if I'm running around in my Skell, or if I'm a very high level decked out in gear, it's going to attack me. Oh, see? Like I said, it moved in, it got close enough to me, it saw me, felt threatened, so now we're fighting. If they have neither icon, they're totally benign. So the way this system works is it's actually really, really weird and complicated. You're trying to chain together attacks, although you can't chain together melee and ranged combined with arts, so that counter was orange, but it didn't go up when I used my ranged, and basically you're trying to the goal of the Overdrive is to rack up combos, which will temporarily create a damage multiplier upon a damage multiplier as your combo gets progressively longer, and that really helps with story mission bosses, for instance. But the other thing it does, the other useful thing it does, is rapidly increases the refresh rate on all of your combat arts. So that's the only reason I use it just there. If you look at the meters on the left-hand side, where I have a meter that currently says 3,806, it's the green meter. Elma's is 691, etc. There's your TP. It requires 3,000 TP to activate Overdrive. You can also use 3,000 TP to revive a downed enemy, or a downed ally. So, in boss battles, a lot of it is, okay, is it going to help me more to land a couple clinch hits on this boss, maybe build a combo and finish him off, or have a second party member come back alive and help me, basically. Oh, shit. Bad luck. So it's a thunderstorm right now, so we're going to be taking progressive damage, but so is everyone. The weather effects, like in other open world games, are completely procedural and random, and I can fast travel out and in if I don't like the weather effect, and they'll change if I travel out far enough, but I'm just going with it right now. There's a hassle getting here. If you're wondering why I'm not doing a ton of damage, especially relative to my allies, it's because I recently respec'd to a new class that uses different gear than I had been using. So I have inferior gear than I theoretically would have at this point in the game, and totally different set of arts. That's why I don't have like a full set of arts in my arsenal. I can show you. If I go in here, I go to party, go down to classes. There's this class tree. I was primarily going for Samurai Gunner and Duelist, but now I've gone back down to Enforcer, which uses the ray gun and the knife. And then I can continue going into Screamer, or I can do what I'm actually going to do and go into the Starfall Blade. Or sorry, the Blast Fencer. My bad. Yeah, Psychoruptor. This is Blast Fencer. I apologize. I misread. And which will let me use Cypher Launchers and Photon Sabers, which are the weapons that I like the most. And then I'll get to be a Galactic Knight. Duelist, Bastion Warrior, Full Metal Jaguar, Astral Crusader, Mastermind, and Galactic Knight. I love the localized names for all the classes. Okay, one more of these, then I'll be done with this quest. Generally where I'm at in the game is I'm just trying to do a ton of side quests that I had ignored because I'm trying to crunch a very, very, very long JRPG into a very, very tight review window. Or it's not as tight as some other games. I've had it for a week, about 2 weeks now. But the game is way too long, so I was trying to rush it, and I ended up at a point where I'm level 26, and to progress through the campaign I need to be level 30, and that's also where I need to be to get anyone else in my party a Skell. So I go into missions. I am going to take out a powerful enemy with my Skell. So if you want to see some Skell combat, there will be how has the green quality been pretty good. Come watch some Skell combat live. I'm answering questions. Okay. board the Skell. God, I love this thing. Yeah, Sound Sleeper. Not gonna warn me. Oh, I stepped on this thing, so I entered combat with it. Oh well. So you can see I have a ton of different weapons, and the way that you get different arts for your Skells is to, equip different, weapons to different arms and appendages. And actually, as you take damage, appendages will break off, and you'll lose access to those arts until you, pay repair fee. Or, if your Skell breaks, it's gone until... if you have insurance policy remaining on it, I'm not kidding, you can get it back. Or if you have a salvage ticket, which are extremely difficult to get, you can salvage it, or you pay a very hefty fee to get a new Skell, or to get your Skell back, because they are a very precious resource. Oh, wrong one. Oh well. Here we go. Take out my hoop. My Skell is the hoop god. There we go. So I got some good weapons out of that. Good loot drops. If you like games like Destiny or Diablo, where there's just a constant drip feed of new weapons and new materials to craft new weapons, different private arms manufacturers that you help fund to therefore get better weapons, and then you upgrade perks and buffs to your to those weapons, and then you can upgrade your arts, and you can level up your arts, and then your class, and then your blade level, and then your base level all separately. This game has a ton of systems for you. This is a very, very complex game. So, disembark from the Skell. Oh, I'm not level 3 in archaeological research. I put all my efforts into mechanical, which is my recommendation for if you're starting the game, because that's gonna get you access to more resources, more money sooner, more fast travel points. So yeah, if you click in the left stick, which is normally the run command, when you're in a Skell, at any point, it'll transform into a car, unless you're in deep water, in which case you'll sort of hover above and trail on coast on the water. Think of like a jet ski. And then you can just snap back out. Your jump is significantly larger than when you're on foot. The one risk is if you're walking around as a Skell and you don't want to get into combat with level 3 enemies. I've never actually walked in this place before, apparently. And you don't want to get into combat with, like, rats. The sense of scale is adjusted. You can see your party members down there. That's where the camera used to be. It's adjusted so you can't see them, and if you step on small enemies, they will get pissed and initiate combat with you regardless of if they are a violent species or not, because a giant robot just stepped on them. Ooh, I got some good things about ones. I haven't actually upgraded parts in a while. I'm gonna teleport in to the administrative district of NLA. Here's some NLA games. I'm going to Memory Alley where you get deal with the arms manufacturers, or for what I'm doing, you get new missions. The music for this game is very much an acquired taste, but after a while I've gotten used to it. It's no Final Fantasy or Megami Tensei. I really don't like the Gathering ones, and there are so many of those, because those are probably really easy to design. It's just go find X random drop. Come on. Ludwig the Picky Eater. I'll be taking that one. That sounds fascinating. The Fearsome Placid Duogale. Hunt 2 of them at nighttime. There is a day-night cycle, in case you aren't looking at the upper right-hand corner. It's paused at the moment because I'm in a menu, but... Hephaestus the Absconder. Sounds fun. And... Roderick the Flatfooter. Okay. Missions. These missions don't particularly get you more experience or anything than any of the others. I just like them because they're one and done. You know you're not hunting these things, you know exactly where they are on the map. They're longer battles, but then once you defeat one enemy, the whole mission's over. There will be people who take many different styles of missions, just many styles, but for what it's worth, these are the ones that I sort of default to. Also, fighting a big enemy is very easy when you, made much easier when you have a skill. Oh, you're level 11. This isn't even a fair fight. Come here. Here's a level 21 enemy that I could be fighting, but nope, my target's level 11. You're a tyrant that was causing issues? God damn, I'm targeting. The lock-on is about as finicky as it was in the preview, in the Wii game. Whatever, if I draw my gun at you. If you are watching and you want to see anything, have any questions about anything in this entire game, because I've played through the whole thing in Japanese. This is my second playthrough, technically. Please ask in the YouTube chat. Otherwise, I feel like I'm just talking to myself. So this is binding. You can do it when you're in combat as a Skell, and the longer you can keep them bound, they can't attack, and all attacks against them do more damage. A lot of these mechanics are actually better explained in the digital manual than they are in-game, like this, which I don't even know how to begin to explain for cockpit mode, but the manual is so worth a read that they just include it below settings in the pause menu. It's about 50 pages. Level 81! I'd go fight him, but I don't want to pay out the ass to get my skill repaired. I know Sam said she wanted me to get my ass kicked. She's looking out for me. There's another player, Porcelain. That's not like actually. Can you edit your avatar mid-game, or is it locked? The avatar's face is locked. And body structure and gender and voice. All of that sort of character customization is locked, but you can if I go into party ground gear, you can get in and you can the weaponry, but you can customize aesthetically with any of this. Character customization is very in-depth. Like, gosh. It does something with the character voice selection that I wish every game did in this genre, because it assumes, okay, if you're playing this game, there's a good chance that you know which RPG voice actors you like. So here, we're just gonna list the names of the voice actor or actress next to the description, so it'll be like heroic, open parentheses, Yuri Lowenthal, close parentheses. So, it's very good. Fun fact, Troy Baker is not in there, and so I thought they messed up, but it's because they gave Troy Baker an NPC. Of course, Troy Baker's in this thing. But Nolan North isn't, as far as I know. The other cool option is, it's not really character customization, like character avatar building, avatar creation, but when you sorry, I'm just going through at this point and checking for any better armor. I have some really good blade pants. What? You can go into settings, change game settings, display settings? No. Yes, system settings. Out of nowhere, just here, you can choose to display headgear in the field or not, and I have that off so I can tell who is who in the heat of combat, because otherwise everyone's just wearing a helmet, and the helmets are changing constantly, so it's helpful for me. But, so, I mean, that's sort of the level of customization that you can get in, like, once you're in-game. Character customizer is very... The, oh lord. I just want to reiterate that there's the issues are all on the streaming end, not on the game's end. Game is running full 60 frames per second, yada yada yada. You know the drill. But I forgot my Skell. But no, like many games, you're kind of locked into it. Okay, Hephaestus the Absconder, die.
Let's take the fight to them.
Oh fuck! My strongest attack that I used to open with missed, so this is gonna be a fun fight. And he's level 25 to my level 26, so I'm chipping away. This was a bad idea. So this is the retreating mechanic. So you hit B to close the battle window out, and then you run away as fast as you can. And if you're in a Skell, chances are you can go faster than they can. Like that. And that's the only way to guarantee that you are not going to lose your Skell. If the battle looks like it's going to chew through your Skell, it's not even worth it. Ludwig the Picky Eater, though. I wonder how strong he is. The way I'm fast traveling, by the way, in case you haven't seen it, on the gamepad screen, there's more territory, and as you like set out these data probes, which is the glowing towers, or do other quests in game, you unlock fast travel points on different hexagons. I believe if anyone actually ever, outside of Nintendo or the dev team, or I guess the localization team at 8.4, plays it, I think theoretically you could get a fast travel spot on every single hexagon. Oh yeah, during the day. But here's what we're gonna do. we are going to go to the barracks, which is sort of your home. Not sort of your essential. And we're going to fast forward time, and then we're going to... And... Oh, wrong way. Okay. I almost never do this, but I'm impatient. So... There. 12:15 p.m. Any other questions? This character customization. I know I've just been glossing over a ton of systems. I'm just trying to show as much as I can within 1 hour, and this game has systems and I've only 2 continents and I've barely shown any of either continent. It's daunting to try and showcase this game for what it is, because when you get it and you sink your teeth into it, you almost immediately know this is something really special that I'm just going to spend hundreds of hours on. Maybe not hundreds for most people. For me, hundreds. But it definitely deserves to be in the conversation when it comes to Game of the Year across all platforms, not just on Wii U. I mean, I would argue that on Wii U there's only 3 candidate hits. There's this, Mario Maker, and Splatoon, but it is hard for me to remember sometimes while I'm playing, oh yeah, this isn't a big, like, AAA Square Enix PS4 game or whatever. This is a Nintendo published Wii U game, and I don't know why. It's just, there aren't really RPGs on the Wii U, so it's very refreshing to be able to turn one on and just sink hours upon hours into one. I will say it's very flashy. Boom! And same with completed the challenge for that hexagon, which was taking out Ludwig the Picky Eater, who dropped some advanced vivid pants. Unfortunately, that's not a drop I needed, but it's a cool. It has some. I guess it has some sale value. But now, if I'm going to go in here, I can just run through the menus. You've got your stats, you've got your gear, Skell gear, which is this daunting. Ooh, I didn't realize. I didn't equip the rail gun, or the laser gun that I bought. I said buy and equip. I think I found a spare ring edge drop. I can't equip anything down. Yeah. I got some shields. Lots of armor. This is the default default Skell that you get. I've purchased later ones, but I can't ride it until I reach level 30, which is kind of my short-term goal here. If I go into arts, I can go in here, so add some arts, but all of these are set to different classes. You can see what class, sort of what class they apply for, attributes, all this other stuff. I can hover over ray gun, and you know what? Let's just upgrade it a ton. Can't upgrade any from it, so I just maxed out Beam Barrage. Now it's only going to have an 18-second long cooldown. It's going to hit Skell to 200%, and works better if I chain it with an aura. So, God, there's so much in this game. Slit Edge. And that's using battle points, which is not a shared currency between characters. So Elma has 142, Lynn has 156, and it is up to you to go in and refresh out their arts because they're constantly learning new ones, but it's not auto added. So you gotta set them up how you want. You gotta set yourself up how you want. You gotta change your class how you want. I'm so sorry that you pre-ordered Mario Tennis. I'm so sorry. Could be worse. You could have pre-ordered Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. Or Devil's Third. Oh. I didn't realize that I hadn't equipped any of the skills for this class specifically. So I can boost HP, melee accuracy, blaze damage. Sam will be making a joke about that probably. Melee attack, just like boost physical damage by 30%. That sounds like a good one to have. Maximum HP by 30. Gonna put that there and then see if I have anything better. Boost the HP recovery of party members you revive by 30%. Recovers 100 when receiving a buff. Boost beam resistance by 12 while wielding a ranged weapon. So, skills, and then that's all rank dependent. And then Elma has 3 additional slots that I'll fill in later. Lynn has 3. Apparently, I've been neglecting that one. I did call you out, Sam. I know you well. And then again, there's so many of these. You reach rank 10, you unlock the next progression, which comes with its own description, with its own perks, stat boosts, arts, because the arts may overlap between the progression, but the arts for Duelist do not overlap with the arts for Enforcer. But if you spend points ranking up an art for Samurai Gunner and it does carry over to Duelist, the upgraded art carries over as well. So, upgrading arts, not a bad idea. Soul Voices, these are the things you can shout out to your allies, and you can see what they shout out and what it asks you to do. A bunch of... You can just go in and you can change it out. Again, you can adjust active members. There's a 4th slot, but your player character is technically the only one that's required. You could just get 3 people from online, or you could get 3 NPCs, but the game heavily recommends that you keep Alma and Lynn because they're required for just about every story and every mission. So it's worth keeping them in just so that they remain the same level as you and they gain experience, because you don't want to carry a bunch of online companions which are gonna, you know, help you level up, and then you get into a story mission and Elma and Lynn die immediately because they just can't handle it. At any point you can return to Skell. There's your missions, you can filter. The affinity chart, which makes a return from Xenoblade Chronicles, although it is a bit more complex, and you can examine. So Gwyn and Arena's relationship is, Arena is Gwyn's commanding officer, and Arena appreciates his earnestness. Or Lynn and Elma, or Lynn and Tatsu, Lin thinks Tatsu is food. Tatsu says Tatsu not tasty. We got all of the Nopon over here. And then a bunch of these other ones get filled out with side quests until this whole screen just gets completely filled. And then you can actually go in and say player affinity. And you can just go through and say, hey, these are all the players, like the other humans. If you recognize any character names from other people who have the game, you're probably right. Very limited pool of players who have this game right now. Intel, you have your inventory. This is sort of like your encyclopedia. The game has so many achievements. It has 749 achievements. If you think you're going to get all 749 achievements, you're wrong. Story achievements, combat achievements, world achievements. There's just so many things you can set out to do. You have an enemy encyclopedia, which can also list their drops. You have a collectopedia, which is all optional. Apparently, I received fauna. I found the last piece of fauna from Primordia, which will get me some bonus points for completing that row. You go in and you register. Hey, I found this crush ring in Primordia and I have 83% of that stuff. Etc., etc. Social is all dealing with other players. And then you saw settings. So, I'm gonna be at this for 5 more minutes or so. Is there anything anyone would like to see for the last 5 minutes or so? Do you want to just see the other continents and the other environments? Do you want to just see me explore the vastness of one of the continents so you get a better sense of the scale? I leave it up to you.
Looks like we've got no choice. Looks like we've got no choice.
Exploration. Here, one call for exploration. Oh, there is a fuel gauge on the right. You can run out of fuel. You use fuel up when your Skell attacks, not when your Skell is moving around like this. This uses no fuel, and fuel gets restored very slowly, but it gets restored as you are out of the Skell, as the Skell has no pilot. Oh yeah, I remember this place. This place is a good place to get your ass kicked. So, let's take a look at Noctilum, which is actually just the second continent you explore in about when you're in a Skell. The question was, can a Skell fight at all when it's in vehicle mode? The answer is by switching out of vehicle mode. What happens that everywhere I'm going, I'm running to level 45 to 50? So this is Noctilum. Noctilum. Ooh, it's getting to be nighttime. Noctilum is gorgeous at night. Noctilum is definitely way more interesting at night than it is in the day. But you'll be able to see that transition with the sunset. I could kill this Africa. Oh, getting to be nighttime. I think the official, Oh, yes. Wait. Yeah, here it is nighttime. Look at this. This game looks so good. I think that this game is strong evidence that art direction will trump um, the console specs every single time. You have those moons in the background. Okay, and then I'm just going to quickly show off the fourth continent, which also looks great at night, which is why I'm reminded of it. And is only for humans, but they glow at the fourth continent, which you get in like 30 to 40 hours in. Get a better sense of scale. Again, I apologize for the stream difficulties. The archive will not have any of these difficulties. Come on, up to the speeds. People watching the archive probably have no idea what I'm talking about.
What? I'll face
Oh, Jesus.
just one more hit.
That was a dramatic end. Okay, set the scenery. Unintentional. I apologize. Game.
This can't be good. Where do they all come from? Reinforcements. Watch out. Reinforcements. Watch out.
Okay, and I think that's gonna be it for the first stream. I can do 2 more 1-hour streams or 1 more 2-hour stream. I can also put up 3 hours of footage. So, if anyone wants to see more, please reach out to me, and I would be more than happy to share some of this game. I love this game, and I can't wait to talk about it freely. Let's see, review embargo is out. If you're review embargo is up on. Let me actually pull that up. There's my settings. think it's the 30th. There it is. Yes. November 30th at 7 a.m. Pacific. It's when the review embargo is up, and I can talk about this game freely, and you're going to hear so much of it. You're going to get so sick of it. But, okay, thanks for watching. I will be back at some point to stream more of this game, and I hope you enjoyed this initial live stream look at some 30-hour in-ish gameplay for Xenoblade Chronicles X.